Good morning. Always nice to see you joining us on 3 Plus U, especially as we kick off what I hope will be a great week for you here in the Chattanooga area. It's always a good time to be calling this our home. And if you are feeling patriotic today, we're going to make you feel even more so because, as you probably know, May 5th is the Armed Forces Day Parade here in Chattanooga. We have the distinct honor of being the longest continuously running parade, military parade in the country. I'm looking to my right because Captain Mickey McCamish, Bill Norton are here getting us ready for the parade. Did I get my statistics right?
You did, Julie.
Okay.
You're exactly right. And you know, it's the first Friday in May. And the reason the parade is the first Friday in May is so that the ROTC units, the schools can participate. And that's really important. I reflect back on my history of when I was in high school and looked forward to participating in the parade.
You marched in it.
I marched in the parade, and it was not only to get the rest of the day off at school, but it was the great feeling that you have, the feeling of patriotism that you had, the gratitude for people like Bill that are putting the parade on, organizing the parade. And so it's just a real good patriotic feeling that one has.
I want to talk to you about that, Bill, because to be the longest continuously running parade takes an awful lot of work, and you've been at the helm for a long time.
It does, and there's, like COVID year, you would think we would lose our string of continually running, but we, working with the city and the Chattanooga Police Department, we made it happen that year. It was drive-through more or less, but it was still, we still had a parade. So it's always been continually running since 1949.
All right, so you have a memory as a young child. You grew up in North Georgia, right?
Yes.
But you would come up here and watch it, and there's something I think pretty distinct about a memory that you have. We don't see this any longer. What used to go down the street?
The tanks used to go down the street, and that's the first thing that enticed me. I seen these tanks. That's the first time I'd ever seen a tank.
Do you credit your time watching the parade with possibly getting you into the military? Do you think?
I was born on November the 10th, which is the Marine Corps birthday. I was born to be a Marine, so that's where I went. The day I turned 17 and was eligible, we signed up.
You know, you are proud of your service in the Marines, you proud of your service in the Navy, but yes, there are multiple branches, obviously, of our military. So every year, you try to put an emphasis and highlight one of those branches. This year, it is the Air Force.
The Air Force.
That's correct. It is the Air Force.
So you have a pretty impressive speaker coming, is that right?
We do. General Brown will be coming, who's basically the commandant of the Air Force. He is the leading general. And it also should be noted that General Brown is in line to perhaps become the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff.
Wow.
And to have a person, and we've always been able to attract the very top sailor, the very top member of the Marine Corps, the very top person of the Coast Guard, the very top individual. A lot of that is due to our congressional delegation that helps us make that happen. But it also leads to the fact that we are labeled the most patriotic city in America. And this is just another way of showing that, and especially as Bill mentioned, and as you mentioned, Julie, the 74th year of the continuous running of this parade, the longest in the United States of America.
So on May 5th, what are you hoping people, who can come? Like,
anyone can come. It's a non-political event, so we don't politic during the parade, but anyone is welcome to join the parade, and they can get us online and apply. We'll take applications for the parade up till late April, really.
Okay.
If I can work them into the lineup, I'll put them in. So it's open for any individual organization, group, church, bands, whatever wants to get in it.
Speaking of bands, y'all got some music that day, right?
Pride of the South band will be leading us off. We usually get a band that's representative of the branch of which we're highlighting, this being the Air Force year. So they'll be here. They're really impressive. I mean, they're a great group. They'll be leading off our first band. right behind the honor guard.
What does it mean, and I guess you can speak to this, Mickey, because you've walked in the parade. Bill has just been the one sweating, making sure it all goes off okay. But what does it mean when you're marching in it to see a streets full of people cheering you on?
You know, even as a participant today, it makes you feel good. It makes your chest swell. It just reinforces that you made the decision of becoming a part of the military. And it tells me the reason of why I became a member of the military, to make sure that we continually have parades like this and we give people the opportunity to step out on the street, wave their flag at us, and say thank you. So it shows an appreciation of gratitude from our community by people just coming out on the street. And it's a subtle way of saying thank you for your service. We appreciate everything that you've done for our country. And it's just a very simple way for people to say thank you.
So you're hoping, Bill, that they will come on down, the roads will be blocked off. It begins at 9 o'clock. So if you want to come and wave that flag, how
right.
early would you recommend people come down?
I would recommend they be there by 9:30.
Okay.
So that they don't get stuck in some traffic block, because there's a lot of roads will be closed.
Okay.
It'll be specifically down Market Street, but some of the side roads are blocked off to protect the parade. The Chattanooga Police Department does a tremendous job of making it easy for everybody to get to attend. Bring a chair, hit the sidewalk,
Right.
enjoy yourself.
I'm a literal person, so if we're saying that it's May 5th at 9 o'clock, you're saying get there at 9:30. Do the streets begin to get blocked off at 9 o'clock?
Yes,
Is that the point?
that's correct.
So the parade itself begins at what time?
10:30.
10:30. Okay, thank you for the clarification. I was very confused.
Yeah.
So May 5th, and if you want to get a ticket to come and hear General Brown speak with the luncheon afterwards, the tables are currently on sale. You can go to chatareaveterans.com. And Mickey, you were saying that you'll buy a table for 8, but one of those 8 will be active military?
That's correct. It'll be an active member of our military, so there'll be seven guests there, plus the active duty military person.
Thank you both so
Total
much for
value.
your service. Okay.
I'd like to say that we really appreciate the officials of the Chattanooga City and County for helping make this city the patriotic city that it is. They support us tremendously, and I would be remiss to not mention those. And the Chattanooga Area Veterans Council, which we're members of, actually both past chairman of, is the ones that puts this parade together.
Well, we thank you both for giving them credit. I'm sure they wouldn't expect it, but they were glad to get it. So you're both dads. We tell a dad joke of the week here on 3+U. Mondays are our day for the dad joke of the week. So here is your installment. Mickey's already chuckling, and he hasn't even heard Jason yet. So sit back, listen closely, tell your kids over supper tonight, get them to roll their eyes. Here's your dad joke of the week.
Your dad joke of the week brought to you by Linderman's Furniture.
Hi there, and welcome back for this week's installment of the Dad Joke of the Week. You know, back in school, I used to get in trouble a lot. Teachers thought I was lazy, never got anything done on time. Told me I'd never amount to anything because I was such a procrastinator, and I told them, you just wait. What does a baby computer call his father?